Many times this year, Virginia Tech basketball has had to overcome losing key players for significant stretches. First, Chris Clark was kicked off the team for off-court issues. Then you have Landers Nolley, their 4-star recruit. He was forced to miss the year due to suspicion from the NCAA regarding his ACT scores. Then, to top it off, after a promising start to conference play, Justin Robinson goes down with an injury against Miami. This was just a few days after he set his career high in points and set the all-time assist record in the same game against Syracuse. Up to that point, Virginia Tech had high hopes of being a top 10 team, but after dropping 2 games to Louisville and Virginia, and then throwing in a third ugly loss to Clemson, those hopes seemed dashed. However, recently, Buzz Williams and Virginia Tech seemed to turn things around. The Virginia Tech Hokies defended their home court with a quality win over a top 3 ranked Duke team. However, it seems as though ESPN only wanted to talk about how Duke was missing their best player, Zion Williamson, and how they haven't adjusted to playing without him. I'm here to show you guys how Tech was able to adapt and learn to win without Justin Robinson. Let's take a look. Justin Robinson averages 14.4 points and 5.4 assists per game. He's the Hokies' floor general and keeps the offense running smoothly. His 2 greatest attributes are his ability to beat defenders off the dribble to get to the rim, and to make the pocket pass when running the pick and roll. Buzz Williams knows this and has built a team to complement his skill sets. Robinson can kick it out to Hill and Outlaw for the 3 when he drives to the rim, or he can feed it to Blackshear as he rolls to the basket. With Robinson's injury, Williams has turned to his 2 best remaining players, Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Kerry Blackshear, to make up Robinson's production. Here's how the team has changed. They focused on side-to-side movement using on and off ball screens. This helps less skilled ball handlers still get separation going to the hoop. They've also started punishing teams for ignoring Beatty on offense. Beatty's a great defender, but having him on the floor is a liability if he can't make open shots. Buzz Williams has also given Blackshear more freedom on the offensive end. Buzz understands Blackshear is a great talent and tries to put him in positions to make easy plays, whether it's on the low block or in pick and rolls. This first play is a staple of Buzz Williams' offense, and it revolves around Blackshear in the high post. Beatty sets up at the top of the key, and he has to make a read on where to pass the ball. He has 2 options. First, Blackshear sets a down screen for Hill, and Beatty looks to feed him the ball, but can't. Instead, he dumps it off to Blackshear. Beatty then sets a pick for Walker and Hill. Barrett is late on the rotation. Blackshear uses his body as his shield and gets the ball to Hill. Hill is able to find a soft spot in the defense and get 2. In this next play, Nickeil is given 4 passing options as he drives to the hoop. Blackshear sets a screen for Nickeil and faces the basket in order to roll faster. As Walker picks up his dribble, Hill breaks out to the top of the key looking for a pass. Duke does a good job of clogging the lane, preventing Blackshear from an easy 2. At this point, Walker can pass it to Beatty, who's open, try to get it to Hill since O'Connell is facing Walker, force it to Blackshear in the paint, or pass it out to a wide open Outlaw. He makes the right decision. This play features side-to-side movement from Walker, but first Walker is looking to get Tre Jones off of him since he's a great on-ball defender. After Outlaw sets his screen, he's going to head to the low block. He won't stay there too long. This second screen works perfectly, and Duke has a miscommunication on defense, as both Jones and Delorier play the ball handler. As this is happening, Outlaw cuts to the wing. This puts White in a tough spot, because he has to choose between a cutting Blackshear and a wide open Outlaw. Outlaw makes Duke pay for their mistake. This is such a great play that Buzz Williams goes right back to it when they desperately need a bucket. Obviously, Buzz is going to change up the look a little bit. He has Beatty running the point. Hill takes Outlaw's spot, and Outlaw makes his way over to Hill's spot in the left corner as the play develops. Hill mimics Outlaw's positioning. This time, there's no switch by Duke, but this forces Reddish over Blackshear's pick, which makes him a step behind Beatty. The difference in this play is that Beatty can't get the ball to Hill because of the big bodies between them. Because Reddish is out of position, O'Connell is forced to step in to cut off Beattie's driving lane. This gives Outlaw an open look from 3. In this first play, Duke's defensive game plan was clear: leave Beattie open from 3. Barrett steps up hard to contest a potential Blackshear 3, and this leaves Beattie alone in the corner. Beattie could have taken the 3, but instead drives to the rim. He's able to draw a foul with the up fake. This play is actually defended pretty well by Duke until the end. Walker sees White sagging off Beattie and feeds him the ball with a cross-court pass. Beattie sees Barrett leave Blackshear, so he stops driving. White and Jones try and trap Hill, but he's able to escape baseline and score with the reverse. If you're going to trap, you have to do it with authority. Coach K decides to play the numbers and continues to leave Beattie alone in the corner, and Beattie makes him pay in a tie game. Duke plays this defensive set in a zone in order to prevent the side-to-side screening from being effective. Tech beats the zone with some killer passing. Everyone gets involved. Once Blackshear has the ball, the top of the zone has already shifted towards Outlaw. This forces Barrett to choose between guarding Horn or Beattie. He chose poorly. Sometimes it's important for a coach to get out of the way of their players. Buzz Williams tries to get Blackshear some looks on the low block and let him go to work one-on-one. X's and O's are great, but remember what Bill Russell said.
What these young bloods have to understand, that this game has always been and will always be about buckets.
Like this. Reddish completely leaves Outlaw in the corner to try and prevent the layup, but Blackshear is too strong. The same X play is used again in this situation. This time, Barrett and Bolden double Walker. And because of this, Reddish is left on an island with Blackshear in the paint. Not a favorable matchup. This leads to a foul and 2 made free throws. This is old school, bully ball, I want it more than you basketball. Barrett makes a weak effort to double because he has to be able to get back and guard Hill. Blackshear bodies Delorier and gets the and one. In what was probably the move of the game, Blackshear throws down a ferocious dunk off a pump fake. The play itself was pretty simple. Just a pick and roll with Beattie and Blackshear. Reddish switches onto Blackshear. He knows Blackshear shoots 39% from 3 on the year, so he bites on the up fake. This play is simple, but it's actually the culmination of several plays throughout the game. The first play, Walker is going to use 2 screens to go right and then left. You'll actually see him throw up an X sign to indicate the play. Bolden is late on the switch and Blackshear is left open from 3. Blackshear misses the 3 here, but he has a wide open driving lane. He'll remember this later. In this play, Blackshear is well covered, but is still able to utilize the pump fake to get Delorier to jump. Bolden defends the paint well, but Blackshear is adept at finishing through contact around the rim. All this culminates in a pretty theatrical finish.
Blackshear, put a move on Reddish.
And that's all I've got. Thanks for watching.